Hello everyone, Brian here, and as promised I am bringing you a Minecraft tutorial on how to build a blaze farm. Now I've tried to do this several times in my Let's Plays, but every single time I try, it is a disaster. It's just because these things spawn so quickly and so frequently and just blow the crap out of you while you're trying to do it that it's almost impossible to be able to actually record and do a tutorial at the same time. So I'm going to do a tutorial here in this creative world. Now, first of all, if you're going to try and come in here and you're going to try and shut this thing down by yourself, then you have to know that the blaze can spawn all the way out just past this, and that the entire area has to be at level 15 light in order to prevent the actual blaze from spawning. So every single location that you can see all the way around, including the outside along here, for example, all the way along here, has to all be lit up to level 15. Otherwise, they're going to continue to spawn. So once you've got it all lit up properly, or if you're just going to go in there and try and bash your way through, that's also perfectly fine. After that, we're going to have to do a bit of removing. We're going to have to remove, we want to remove a couple layers down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of this top stuff for now. I'm just going to get rid of all of this. So we end up with a flat surface for the spawner to be on, and we're going to dig down below the spawner. Actually, we're going to dig the entire thing down 2 levels, and we're going to do that because the blaze, if not, can get caught in this system and trapped and crushed before they actually make it into your trap, and you don't want that. So I'm going to bring everything down like this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this area here, like this, all the way around, just like so. And I'm going to go down 2 levels below the spawner. So 1, 2. I hope I'm not about to fall in lava. And I remove this so the spawner itself is now free floating. And then right underneath here, we're going to actually, right directly under the spawner, well, actually, let's start with this. We're going to actually put plates that go around the entire system. My plates are there, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this is going to be the first level of trap that the blaze hit and are pushed into this center hole. And you're going to make this as deep as you want them to go. Okay, so let's just do it to there for now. I'm going to fly out. Okay, so once these are in place, you're going to actually remove this second layer as well. And this is why it's so difficult. You have to actually do a lot of building and cutting and removing before you can actually get in here and get these blaze spawning properly. So I'm going to remove all these just like that. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is, and I'm going to build this in stone. You can build it in anything you want. I'm going to remove this as well because another one's going to go right here. You're going to want to build this out 1 more layer. Just, oops, let me get some stone. Just like this. Well, not there. All the way out and around like this. You're going to put 2, miss it. I'm going to go all the way around like so. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to put another layer on top like this. So this is going to be the area that we're going to catch the blaze in. Boink, like that. And all the way across here as well. So basically what we're going to use a set of pistons that are going to push the blaze into this location. And the pistons go immediately on top in front of each of these, pressure plates we've got there. So you're going to use sticky pistons. And you're going to decide how you want to do it. I'm going to put 1 here, not like that. 1 there, 1 there, 1 in the middle here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 in the middle, just like that. Okay, so now let me show you what's going to happen. I'm not going to actually put blocks in place, but we're going to put pusher blocks as well. The next layer you're going to put in is a set of like that, so that's going to occur, a set of your repeaters, and we can see now that whenever something comes along here and steps on top of those plates, it's going to be pushed. Now, it won't be pushed far enough. You're going to have to add a set of pushing blocks just like this, all the way around. And then afterwards, you're going to want to fill in any gaps that you've got showing, because you don't want blaze to end up in an area where you're not expecting them. So just like that. Okay, then we're going to build this up so the blaze can't get in here. Just like so. Not there, right here. And right here like that. So now, if anyone actually comes in here and he lays fall down, they're going to get pushed around like that and end up going in this hole. I should be falling, but I'm not. I end up going in this hole right here. Oh, that's not much. There we go. They'll end up being shoved in the hole just like that. I wasn't actually being pushed because I was flying, and that's why I wasn't falling in the hole. Still flying. Let me out. Boom. Boom. Okay, so the next layer we're going to add in now is a second layer immediately on top of this first one. So it's actually going to go one layer up. You're going to build a layer right on top of this, like so. We're going to build all the way up around like this. And on top of this, we're going to add another set of pressure plates. So like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I probably should use something other than stone so you can see this better. In fact, I will. Let me do this. I'm going to add a second layer here with another material just so you can see it. I don't want anyone being confused because I've tried to do this so many times on my LPs and it hasn't worked out. Each time has been a terrible disaster. So you know what? Let's build it with quartz. That's fine. You'll be able to see that fine. So I'm going to put a layer of quartz around this entire thing. 7, just like this, with pressure plates immediately on top of the quartz. And we're just going to basically copy that row that we've already got in place. So just like this, all the way around, just like that. And then, of course, we're going to build out one more row like we did before. And I'll keep using quartz so you can see it all. Just like this, we're going to build all the way out. That's going to be a layer for our repeaters. Just like so. Thought I'd turn that off. Apparently not. Let me go turn that off. Excuse me for 1 sec. Okay, sorry about that. Had to turn off Facebook, actually. Okay, so there we go. You've got another layer like that, and again, we're going to add one more layer all around the outside, and this is going to be where our pistons sit, and it's going to be too high, just like this. You don't need it everywhere. Just like this, all the way around the outside. Piston going to be sitting here, like that, and piston going to be sitting here. Just like that, and this side as well. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to add on top of that extra stuff, but hold on for a second. And actually, we're going to need one more right here. We want to go all the way around the entire thing. We don't want to leave any area out. One there, one there, one there, and one there. So this actually uses a fair number of pistons. And that's good for this side needs one. Building up with our quartz. Boom, boom, like that. And we'll just build it all the way around. Oops. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Got a baby crying in the other room. They're supposed to be napping, and they've decided to wake up just as I'm recording. Okay, perfect. And now we're going to go around and put our pistons on top. And you have to decide exactly where the pistons are going to go because they don't have to go. They're going to not have to go in every single one of these locations. So again, let me remove this one. Actually, we don't need it. We're going to add our pistons like this. We're going to add a piston here, 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 and not here. We're going to add here, 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 not here. 2, 3, and over here we have to add some more. Right here, 7, boom, boom, and boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's perfect. Now we've got to add in our repeaters to make sure we're actually pushing all the way around. It's a really simple build. All we're doing is repeating this pattern. You only have to do 2 layers of it, and that'll catch everything that's going to spawn, just like so. And our pusher blocks. So let's put our pusher blocks in place. Just like this. All the way around. All it is a repeated pattern, so if I'm coming down, I'm pushed off, pushed in, directly to the hole, just like that. Let me fly out of here. No, it's not letting me get out. I will. I don't want to break that. Okay, let's put that one back now. I'll stand right on top here. So Sorry, gotta put this thing back. I just want to show you how it was working. Gotta get it in there. Just like that. There we go. Okay. So this is the entire system. You can see how it works. If I actually turn this off of peaceful, it is going to push everybody in. Now, that is the first part. You want to then wall in the entire area to make sure that nothing is appearing outside of the area. So we're going to wall in this entire area all the way around just like this. You want to make sure they're not actually getting on here. You're going to wall it in like this all the way around. All the way up from there. Along the top of this thing here. And you can make the outside look as pretty as you want, but you're going to want to make sure that they can't actually get in anywhere but where you want them to be. Just like this. And add a roof on it. You know, you make it one more layer higher and add your roof, and that will catch all of them. That's good, bowling. Well, let's add one more layer. Boom, boom, boom. You know what we'll do? We'll add glass on top so you can actually see these guys spawning and see it actually occurring. Alright, let's add some glass on top. And then we'll see inside. Nowhere near enough light levels to make them not spawn. So this is just for show. You could do this in your own world too. Nice glass ceiling. All the way around, just like this. Now, Blaze Spawner farms, excellent source of XP, obviously excellent source of blaze rods for potion building, and for there we go, for potion building or for fuel. I mean, I love using it for fuel. Okay, so let's go down here. I don't know how far down we have to go, but let's just make a quick staircase down and into the middle. Right? Yeah, right there. Okay, so now, make sure these guys can't get out. I'll add that there. Okay, now if we take it off of peaceful, so you can actually see them spawning. Options, put on hard. And there. Now when we watch them spawn, that guy, you should probably put something right on top. You can see that one there is falling down. Shoved in, just like that. Let's watch a few more. Well, let's go down and see them. And then they'll end up collecting right down here. Just like this. So, that is the first part of what you... Let me turn on the sound, because that's really loud. Sound. There we go. That is the first part of the blaze spawner. The capture portion works really, really well. It's really, really easy to use. Pretty resource light. You require a little tiny bit of redstone and just some blocks, and that's it. But really, really easy to work with. Okay, so they're all collecting down there now, and they'll all be shoved, because blaze have a tendency to fall downwards, so they will, as long as they're not tracking me, they will fall downwards and be shoved directly into that hole, just like that. Okay, everybody, so the second part of this video is going to be building the system for actually holding them in place. So let me put this back on peaceful. Our mobs will disappear. The second thing you're going to want to do, once you actually have this in place, is you're going to want to add a few layers above. Hopefully you can see that right in there. You're going to want to add a sticky piston with a transparent block on top of it, and this is going to be used to prevent additional blaze from falling down once you've got the ones you want to kill trapped. Okay, and you can just add some redstone. This is going to be I'm just doing this fast and messy, but let's make this into a lever. So I need some redstone. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll just add we'll just do it like this, and I'll put a lever on it just so you can, you're going to actually use a lever here, not just so you can see it, but a lever we're going to add right here. Okay, so now whenever we close this off, obviously, that's going to prevent any blaze from falling down, which is exactly what you want. It'll keep the fresh blaze separated from the damaged ones. Now, we need a damage system. So again, 2 spaces in, and you're going to add a sticky piston, just like that, with a crusher block on top. So obviously it can't be a transparent block. Choose whatever block you decide. It should crush them at their head. That's where I always crush them from, and that way you can punch them at their feet. Okay, so it's going to go right there, and again, we're going to go in here and we're going to find our thing right there, and this time here it's going to be a button, but we're going to have to do this a little differently. We're going to have to do this a little bit differently. In this one here, we're going to have to add a platform, and you're going to have a platform. Let's take all this out. That platform is going to have a series of repeaters on it, and I believe the number is 23. Let's go back out here as far as we can. We're going to make a nice big platform here. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I had a crying baby. I had to go deal with her. Okay, so now, I forget exactly where we were. I removed some of the stuff because I wasn't sure where I stopped when I ran out of the room. So I'm going to assume that we had this crusher in place. Sorry, this one here in place to prevent everything from falling down. And the next thing we're going to have to do is activate our crusher piston, which is right here. So you're going to do so with a button. And let's toss it here. This will be our button. And let's put a button on there. Just like this, and 9, boom. Okay, so that's going to be our button. This button is in turn going to both turn on, it's going to turn on this system here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in, we're going to use wool here in the nether, which is probably a stupid idea, but it's just for demonstration purposes, and I would not do this in a normal situation. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have this button go directly into something called an RS NOR latch. Now let me just set this up for you. An RS NOR latch, let's put it right here. An RS NOR latch is basically two inverters that are going into each other, just like this. Okay, so whenever one of them is on, the other one is off, like that, and like that. Okay, so if let me do this first of all, go like this, boom, boom, just like that. It's not going to actually work at this point in time, but whenever one of these goes off for whatever reason, let's say I'm going to put an extra button on here for demonstration purposes. If I put a button here, and I push this button, one goes off, the other one comes on, and it won't come back on until I push a button, just like that. Okay, so that is called an RS NOR latch. It is basically a memory cell. It'll maintain memory of whatever it is whatever state you were in. Okay, so what we want to happen is whenever we push the button, we want, and this is currently in the wrong state, so let's put it in this state. Whenever we push the button, we want this thing to come on. So let's now add some redstone, just like that. And underneath here, we're going to add an inverter, just like that. So our state right now is obviously retracted, and that's because it's been inverted. And whenever we push the button, the state is going to change, and that is going to be extended. Now, the other thing we want to do with a button push is start this system on a timer of some sort. So we're going to add in a bunch, a bunch of these in their maximum state, just like this. And I'm just going to add them in, and then I'll come back afterwards when they're all in place. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, everyone, we are back, and I've currently got these set out. Let me see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think that's actually way too many. I think I actually only need 19. But for now, I'll just demonstrate exactly how it works. So, the way the system is going to work now is, with a button push here, it is going to flip the state of this RS NOR latch, which is then going to cause this thing to extend, and it's going to remain extended until we travel all the way along this repeater path to get to here. So it's basically a delay, and a delay of X amount. That's then going to power this and flip the state again. Okay, so let's just take a look at how it works. I push the button. Well, that should have been extended, and it is extended now. And oh, I did this wrong. I forgot a little bit of redstone. Let me put that back there like that, and flip this state again. Sorry, 1 second. Put a button here, flip the state, just like that. Okay, perfect. And let's go make sure that our crusher is in place so we can see it. We'll just use that thing. Okay, so when I push this, I forgot that little bit of redstone, sorry. If we push this button now, the state flips, that begins crushing, and our timer kicks on. I'm pretty sure this is too long of a timer, all the way till we get to here, which in turn resets the state and retracts our block. Now I'm pretty sure that's too long. You want to make sure it's only a one-hit kill, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this back on, so we're retracted and we can see our dudes. We are going to add a block to make sure they don't get angry at me, just like that. And I'm going to put this back from peaceful to hard, and we will start to generate our blaze. We'll just wait for a moment as they come down. Here comes one. So here he is. What you want to do is you want to flip the switch to make sure that none are able to get in. And right now the way it's set up, none can get in. It's a glass block, so they can't be actually suffocated. And I want to push this button right here, which in turn crushes them. It's going to be too long of a crush, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I only need 19 or 21, I forget. So they're probably going to die. Let's see. No, they didn't die. Perfect, actually. And now they should be one-hit kills, I think. One hit, one, if I can reach him. One hit. So that's one-hit kills. Actually, so that worked out pretty well. That was exactly 24. This seems to be a different number every time I use it, but it's 24 right there. All the way around to generate one-hit kills. And then again, to let them in, open up your switch. They fall in. Close your switch. They can't be suffocated because it's glass. Push your button, and the crushing begins. So everybody, that's exactly how it works. I hope that was helpful. I know that the actual Let's Play and the server versions of this didn't work out exactly the way we would have liked, but hopefully this explains exactly how to do it. It's a very, very easy system and really generates a lot of XP. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Alright everybody, have yourselves a great day.